Shalom, everyone, and welcome to your 7th day of Biblical Hebrew. Today you will be learning the letter Zayin. So, Zayin makes the sound of the letter Z as in zebra, so it makes a Z sound. Okay? And at first you may get Zayin mixed up with the letter Vav, especially if your Hebrew font is kind of really tiny. So you may get it mixed up at first, but here are some tips or tricks to help you remember what the letters look like. So Zayin kind of looks like a capital letter T in English. You can see here like the little crossbar and then the line going down. So Zayin kind of looks like a T, but don't get it confused that it makes a T sound. It doesn't. It makes a Z sound. But it kind of looks like a T. And Vav over here looks like a tent peg. And as we saw in the previous lesson for the letter Vav, the word Vav can mean a hook or a nail. So Vav kind of does look like a tent peg or a nail. So these are two of the ways that you can remember what the differences are between these letters. And there's also another way, which is a little bit more fun. You can think of Zayin wearing a shtreimel or a hat here. So in certain Jewish communities, the men wear a shtreimel during the Sabbath, or how we'd say Shabbat. So it's like a custom that they would wear this hat during Shabbat, like a special kind of occasion kind of thing. And so the shtreimel's like a fur hat that they wear during these holidays. And Zayin kind of looks like he's wearing a hat, and maybe that can be a fun way for you to remember what Zayin looks like. He's wearing a hat, or specifically a shtreimel. Okay, moving on. Now we're going to take a look at your first word with the letter Zayin. And we're going to start by looking at the consonant first, and it is Zayin, and it makes a Z sound. That's why it's transliterated with a Z. And we're going to look down, and we see a kametz, and kametz makes an ah sound. So we have the Z, and we have the ah. So we go Z, ah, so za. So the first sound, when the consonant and vowel are combined, makes a za sound. That's why we have the Z and the A. Now we're going to look over to the next letter, and you should know this if you saw the previous lessons. It's the letter Hey, and it makes a H sound. So we have the H sound from the letter Hey, and we're going to look down, and we see a kametz, and it makes an Ah sound. And then we're going to look, not going to look over to the next letter yet. We're going to combine the H sound and the Ah sound, and we get Ha. So we have za, ha, zaha. And then now we're going to go over to the next letter. It's the letter vet. And if you remember, this is the letter bet without the dagesh in it. There's no dot. So it makes a V sound, as in the letter V. So we have za, ha, v, zahav. And that's the word, zahav. That's how you read the Hebrew. Okay, and this word zahav in Hebrew means gold. Okay, like the gold they used to make the tabernacle and the temple. So yeah, this word means gold. Okay, moving on, we're going to take a look at how to write the letter Zayin. You're going to start with a line. It kind of crosses this blue line, this horizontal line, kind of crosses over a little bit. It's like at a slant. And then you're going to draw a line somewhere around here, like near the middle, and draw it going down. And that is Zayin. It kind of looks like a T, but the top part of what you would, the crossbeam kind of thing, or what you would say the top of the T is kind of slanted. So that's how you write Zayin. Okay, make sure it extends. Otherwise, it will kind of, if you just draw a line up to here and going down, it will look like a Vav, and you don't want it to get confused with the letter Vav. Okay, so make sure it extends so you don't get those two letters mixed up. Okay, so moving on, we're going to do a letter search for Psalm 119. And what you're going to do is trying to find as many Zayins as you can. And what I'll do here for you is I'll remove the vowels so that way you can see the consonants more clearly to find them. And I will highlight God's name for you in blue so you know where it is. Okay, and I'm going to give you maybe 10 seconds to find as many Zayins as you can. All right, ready, set, go. And time's up. So let's see how many Zayins are here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have 8 Zayins that are here. Also, do you notice it has like a little T versus a Vav, which, look here, see in God's name, the Vav, it just goes like a line and straight down, whereas Zayin has like a little line that goes across, and then from the center, a line goes down. Okay? Don't get Zayin and Vav confused. You may want to probably try writing them out side by side on a piece of paper so you get used to seeing the difference. And then you'll be able to identify it better. Okay? What you should know before moving on from this lesson, you should know the name of the letter, it's Zayin. You should know the sounded letter, it makes the Z sound as in zebra, so a Z sound. So when transliterating it, you will write a Z for it. So when people try to transliterate some Hebrew words, they will use a Z for it. Okay, and the type of letter it is, it's a consonant. And it's not part of any club. Just like Vav is not part of any club either. So that's what you should know moving on from the lesson. And a little hint here is remember to learn the names of the letters. The names of the letters will help you remember the sound of the letter. Zayin makes a Z sound. So Z kind of sound. And so a lot of the letters will be like that except for the silent ones like Aleph. It's silent. So the ones that are silent may trip you up even though you learn the names. But the other ones, like the letter Bet, makes a B sound as in ball. You'll have the letter, like the letter Hey, makes a H sound as in hat. And Zayin makes a Z sound as in zebra. So the names of the letters will help you remember the sound of the letter, which is why I said that you should listen to the Hebrew Aleph-Bet song after each lesson, because that will help you remember the names of the letters, and that will help you remember the sound of the letters. I actually learned all the Hebrew Aleph-Bet really quickly within a day just by listening to that song over and over again on repeat, and probably annoying the rest of my family because I had that song constantly playing. So this is what you should do. That song may get really annoying to you, but that song will stick in your head and you will remember the names of the letters and remember the sound. So after each lesson, remember to listen to that song. Okay? So that's it for this lesson, and I will see you in the next lesson where we learn the letter Chet, the one with the very scary sound. So we'll be learning that letter next. And until then, shalom and God bless.